So my second pickup switch trick, we talked about another one, which is switching in the middle of a bend to get that wah effect. But also when you're doing runs and improvising, I used to feel that, when I was really looking into the sound of this instrument, I felt that, I would like the neck pickup for the 3 lighter strings, and then I would like the crunchy bridge pickup, right, for the lower strings. So I could get this kind of, right, and then when I went to the higher, I would have, right. That was the perfect combination for me, but nobody would create a pickup like that. Or electronics like that. So what I did was start to switch in the middle of playing. So you can actually practice that by doing something very simple. You create a little hammer-ons and pull-offs / legato lick that you can do in the middle of playing. So for instance, if I'm coming from in the key of A here, right? And then I practice combining a legato, because then I have my right hand free, of course. But it's not enough to just say, hey, that's a cool trick, Claus, duh, right? But you need to practice it. So you need to play the same things over and over again, and then you switch. Just when you're doing, let's say that this is your bridge, right? This is your switch bridge. So you go in any 6-note shape, right? Let me just cut out the delay. So 5, 7, and 9, right? Just a normal, good old, just pick the first note in the 5th fret, hammer onto the 7th, hammer onto the 9th on the D string, then pick the note in the 5th fret on the G string, and then go, right? So you pick the note in the 5th fret on the G string, hammer onto 9th, pull off again down to 5th, and then go up 7, up to 9, and down 7, and down to 5. And then you can go right back again to. And the cool thing about this is that when you go back, you don't have to pick that note in the 9th fret because the pinky is so good at hammering on. So the only thing that needs a little bit of help is that 5th fret G string whenever you get to that. Right, so there's lots of time to do it, but it takes coordination. Once you get to this part, right, you go, right, and just switching and playing at the same time is extremely difficult in the beginning, but it takes, not that much time to just get the brain used to the fact that you're doing something operational down here as you are. And the cool thing is, if you can switch at the same time, every single time, then you simply build that switch into the left hand pattern here. All right, then you can. Right. The hard thing is to remember if you're going to switch up or down, depending on what you just did. But then if you do that over and over again, right? Every time you hit that 5th fret, then you go. Right, that's quite a lot of notes, and you can totally do this or that, right? And then you can simply start to do these runs where you go, where you really have the high notes up here. Oh, sorry, just hit my tuner. Right, you get that crunchy sound on the bottom of the strings. Sorry. Right, do your Malmsteen stuff. So a really good idea is to just keep playing that sequence, and then, you know, sitting in the couch playing the sequence back and forth as you're playing it, and then suddenly it will appear automatically when you play. If you do it, you know, for a week, for 2 weeks, for 4 weeks, every single time you have a jam track you play over, you use that over and over again. Just like a rule. I have to do it. Whenever I play the bottom strings, I have to go. I have to use the bridge pickup. Whenever I get to the G string, I switch to that bluesy neck pickup. Right? Right? So go back and forth and back and forth, but you must do it for an extended period of time for your brain to make a habit out of it that it's going to go to because it feels good, because it sounds good, because you want that sound, right? And so you must build it in as a habitual pattern in your right and left hand that just happens when you play. And in order to do that, you must make it a rule to do it all the time for weeks, right? So don't forget to subscribe and go to one of the videos that's popping up on the screen here.